Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be answering why Spenser has been called poet's poet. It will be a detailed analysis from exam point of view. So without further ado, let's get started. The 16th century Elizabethan poet Edmund Spenser, also known as the poet's poet in the words of Charles Lamb. He is truly a poet's poet because his poetic craftsmanship and artistic hold over language is so powerful that one cannot imagine any other poet surpassing him in the realm of English poetry. Furthermore, Spenser is not a poet of common man, but a poet of literary experts. A common reader can appreciate Spenser's poetic verses, but may find it challenging to justify his classical temperament. Spenser's rich language, allegorical depth, mastery over metrical format, and poetic intricacies make him the poet of well-versed scholars and poets. One more reason of Charles Lamb to call Spenser poet's poet is Spenser's intense conviction in the value of poets' work and his high regards of poets. He strongly believed that poets are great people, near and chosen agents of God. In his view, poetry is immortal. Poets may die, but their work remains eternal for centuries. Spenser was very keen about the refinement of poetry, hence he studied the great classical poets like Virgil, Catullus, Petrarch, Tasso, Marto, Ovid, etc. to know their merits and shortcomings. He critically analyzed their work and did not follow them blindly. When he composed his own verses, he left behind all the classical authors, matching the spirit of Plato and Aristotle in his Fairy Queen and Four Hymns. He did something new which other poets before him had not dared. These contributions made him called as poet's poet. In his hands, English got improved in diction, style and versification. His fine blend of Old English words with syntax enriched the English poetry. His magnificence lies in coining new words, interchanging active and passive, altering words as per the situation, creating a truly practical and royal style. Spenserian stanza, his everlasting contribution to the English poetry, includes iambic pentameter, rhyming scheme of AB, AB, BC, BC, C, containing 9 lines. The Romantic poets deeply admired this stanza. Spenser used the proper vowels and consonant alliterations which made his poetry more verbally melodious and musical. P.B. Shelley, John Keats, Lord Tennyson and other Romantic poets learnt the melody of their verses from Spenser. Throughout history, different viewpoints have existed regarding the purpose of poetry and art. For some poets, poetry should be the medium of preaching morality, devoid of entertainment, while other poets advocated art for art's sake. In their opinion, art should cater the purpose of entertainment and delight. But Spenser combined both these views in his poetry. His poetry was a perfect blend of profound moral tone with appropriate shades of joy and delight. Spenser was the greatest poet of the century who continuously influenced poets of all time and eras. For his immense contribution to English poetry, Spenser is called the poet's poet. Let me quickly revise all the important points that we discussed previously. His poetic talent and craftsmanship stands out so much that when we think of great poets, Spenser naturally takes the top spot. His artistic genius is beyond common man, making him the mentor for learned people and scholars. His high regards about poetry and poets. His close acquaintance with great classical poets. His fine language, new words, and invention of Spenserian stanza. His intellectual blend of morality and pleasure. All these literary characteristics make him the great scholar of English language and the poet's poet.